Hello dear students, Suprabhat, good morning. Our journey of poverty mainly our poverty and padhutila. We have already discussed, we have already learned about what the meaning of poverty, both the narrow meaning as well as the wider meaning of poverty. It means the minimum standard of life and the better standard of life. Further, we have also learned what are the various causes of poverty. And in fact, we have also discussed actually what are the various strategy how to eradicate the poverty or poverty eradications. The strategy we have found there are two major approaches. One is the economic growth. Okay. Another one is the target the various element of poverty directly. And we have also found, in fact, as our country it's a diverse country, variety of country are there, variety of geographical, physical and different kinds are there now. And different countries approach are there and different countries model are there. Not different countries model, yes, different countries model. Simultaneously, different states have adopted different models to eradicate the poverty. Like sustainable agricultural growth in the case of Punjab, Haryana, that resulted green revolutions and that attacked the poverty. As a result, poverty have reduced. Human development approach by the Kerala that resulted poverty reductions. Further, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, they adopted directly attacking the poverty by providing food and number of ways. We will discuss one by one right now. But in this class, mainly we will discuss about the various schemes how to eradicate the poverty. In fact, this will be a series. It is not possible to cover all the schemes in a one frame. But yes, dear students, we will go through in detail. And I will tell in detail today about all, and we will adopt certain one of the schemes and we will discuss. बुझला ना समझते कि आमे देखमा like our state or in fact our country, it's a federal government, central government, state government as well as local government is there. And it is the joint responsibility of the both center, state and local government to eradicate the poverty. So few schemes are there where both the state government as well as central government, their contribution is there financially, in fact through the management way, and those kind of schemes are mainly called like centrally sponsored scheme. Okay, so we will discuss basically about what poverty reductions or poverty eradications. Eradications, it is also called as reductions, right? And poverty eradications or poverty reductions, it can be referred to, it is a series of steps. It is a series of steps or various steps are taken by the central government, state government, local government, various NGOs in an economic and in a humanitarian way to reduce the poverty. So it is a series of steps, various steps taken by what? Central government, state government, local government, NGOs and many more, etc. etc. Okay, many want to reduce the poverty, to eradicate the poverty are called as poverty eradications. In fact, at the world level, in fact, the Sustainable Development Goal 1, it envisages, it tells that to end the poverty in all its forms in everywhere. To end the poverty, to end the extreme poverty in all its forms and everywhere. That is the first goal of SDG 1. Clear? So what we understood, the meaning of poverty eradications or poverty reductions, right? And in that regard, as I told, it is the responsibility of all. But basically, what we require for sustenance of life. let's discuss the first the minimum standard of a minimum level of life. हमको काना दरकार घर रहवार लगे, ओके, भल पानी टिके मिलुथवा दरकार, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी मिलुथवा दरकार, खावा के मुठे भल से मिलुथवा दरकार. So what we require mainly, we require the first and foremost what? The food. In fact, before that food must we require water. But we require water. We require water. We require food. We require electricity. What we require? We require electricity. Note all. Note enough. We require minimum electricity, water, food, electricity, home, and better sanitation facility. We require also toilet. Okay. So a better life, a minimum life, what we require? Water, food, electricity, home, toilet, etc. Okay, and many more in fact. Okay, many more. But let's first discuss the first one, water. And as I already told, in fact, here one thing I wanted to tell you guys. First we understood, next we understood what we require: water, food, then electricity, a home, and in fact it is a dream of everyone to build in its own home, right? And in that regard, government, they have a lot to build its own home. And we have already discussed in the last class, in the last video, you have understood about what? That a house. Earlier it was called as Indira Awas Yojana. Later on that was merged with the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin and Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urbans. And more than crores of households have already been constructed. And it's already been constructed, right? But in this class, mainly we will focus on water, food, electricity. In fact, related to toilet, we have already also discussed an extra assistance of I think 12,000 is provided to various households under that. In fact, the additional assistance to under that Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, like better sanitation. So in the waters or in the components of food and electricity, what the governments have taken various steps, we will discuss now. Right? Note in now. Everybody written down. Okay. Next. Okay. Har Ghar Jal Mission, the first one, water. We know that what we know relate to water, it's a very important things. Because of water only the life is there in this earth, right? It's a unique planet, na? And water is in all its forms. In fact, somebody have told that water is everywhere, but not a single drop to drink. Why so? Here the not a single drop, it means that it suggests about the potable water, drinking water, right? So although 71% of the earth's surface is covered with the water, and out of that around only 3% are there merely of fresh water. But within that there are maximum or majority are in glacier. You know very well, Antarctica, Arctic, Himalaya, etc. So we use around less than 1% of water for the purpose of drinking. And in fact, within that also polluted water is there. And day by day, certain areas are also the desert area. So, and water, it is the basic requirement, na? It is the minimum thing to survive, to live. So, in that regard, at present the government have launched one of the schemes named it Har Ghar Jal Missions. In fact, earlier also, at the earlier government also, they have also launched various other schemes. Okay, national water drinking, like I will tell, right? and their mission is to, their aim is to provide water to all the people, mainly the rural areas, to all the rural household. So it means the pipe water connections to all the rural household. Okay, and what we will learn? We will learn for the exam point of view. Mainly they will ask this scheme when it was launched, at which time, right? When it was launched, it deals by which ministry? Okay, it deals by which ministry? What is its objective? Okay, what is its objective? Then we will discuss about how far we have achieved. Okay, its achievement, how far it is achieved or its achievement. We will discuss one by one. Okay, look at. तो सब लिख लो ना, ये पॉइंट बना है. So in this way we will discuss, right? In fact, actually the developmental activities since beginning have various developmental activities have taken. In fact, our earlier government have taken number of schemes, right, to eradicate the poverty. With regards to water also, in the year 1972, first time. Okay, earlier also, in the year 1972, a proper and systematic one. They launched Accelerated Rural Water Supply Program. What is that? Accelerated Rural Water Supply Program. And later on, it was renamed as National Rural Drinking Water Program. What is that? As National Rural Drinking Water Program. National Rural Drinking Water Program. Right? So in which year it was renamed? It was renamed in the year 2009. And in the year 2019, further, the pace have increased and Har Ghar Jal Mission. Har Ghar Jal Mission was launched. Okay. So first in 1972 named as Accelerated Rural Water Supply Program. Then it was renamed as National Rural Drinking Water Program. Next, okay, and in fact, actually, Har Ghar Jal Mission, it's my one. Actually, it is called as Jal Jeevan Mission. It is called as Jal Jeevan Missions. Okay, and in fact, it is a centrally sponsored scheme. It is a centrally sponsored scheme. It is a centrally sponsored scheme. What do you mean by centrally sponsored schemes? In my earlier video, I already told that it is the contribution of both central government as well as state government. Okay, under this scheme. And under these schemes, the main motto, in fact, objective is to provide piped water supplied to all the rural household. Which household? Rural household. Okay. To all the rural household must avail what? Piped water supply. And why the piped water supply? Piped water supply, it is very, very important in the sense that because it provides potable water or fresh water. That is very important element for a better health. Apart from it also enhance quality of life. It also supplement which one? Sanitations. That is Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Okay, right. So what kind of scheme is this? Centrally sponsored scheme. The Jal Jeevan Missions, it's a centrally sponsored schemes. And its aim also there that by 2024, by 2024 तक सबु घरे सबु गाँव सबु घरे काम पानी पाइथिबे न पाइप वाटर पाइथिबे न. By 2024 all the rural household must avail what? Piped water in their home. Right? Got it? Next. Written na? So the full form we call as Jal Jeevan Missions, like that, and many other. In fact, a goal is also there that each household must avail 55 liters per capita, 55 liters per household, right? Per household, 55 liter per capita per day. It is also called as 55 liters per capita per day. So under Jal Jeevan missions, it has aimed that, or a goal is there, that each household or each person must have 55 liter per capita per day by 2024, right? And at present it is about which year? 2022 now. In fact, as of August 2019, only as of August 2019, around 17% of people were only provided which one? Piped water. But as of 2022, it has increased more than 50%. Okay, the exact figure let me tell you. As of March 2019, only 18.33% of rural households were availed. But as of 2022, it has reached to 53%. It has reached to 53%, right? 53.26%. But if you will take in terms of household, it was only 3.23 crore. But it has exceeded more than 12 crore. Which one? More than 10 crore. So as of 2022, in our country, more than 10 crore of household have already availed piped water. Okay. It means that all the household, or 53.26% of the rural household, they avail which one? Piped water. Okay, got it? Noted now. In fact, Goa and Telangana. They have declared fully piped water supply state. Goa, Telangana, in fact another one is the Haryana, right? And in terms of, if you will take into Union Territory, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Daman and Diu, this is the Union Territory. They have already declared fully piped water supply state. It means that all the village or the Gram Panchayat, they have declared and they have availed, or they are getting the water through the piped water, right? Bujhi wala na? Kana bujhna? Pani tiye piyo, maja tiye niya, then listen. Ki 2024 तक समस्ते पाइप वाटर पाई छिबे केते मिनिमम 55 लीटर्स पर डे. ओके, आउ से रिगार्ड से हमर जर्नी काना 2019 तक मात्र 3 कोटी रो अधिक लोग पाइथिले. बट ई 3 वर्ष भितर विद इन द इंटरवल ऑफ 3 years around 10 crore of people have already availed. And few states are there, that is Goa, Telangana, Haryana, they have already declared fully piped water supply state, which means that each household, each Gram Panchayat of Goa, Telangana and Haryana, they are availing piped water in their area. In our Odisha, it is very less, but in our Odisha, in other front we are quite ahead. We will discuss, right? But related to this, we understood now. Goa, Telangana, Haryana, right? And next one. In national level, it is called as Jal Jeevan Mission. In state level, it is called as State Water Sanitation Mission. Jal Jeevan Mission in the national level. In state level, it is called as State Water Sanitation Mission. Okay. State Water Sanitation Mission, and at the district level, it is District Water Sanitation Missions. District Water Sanitation Mission. Okay. Jal Jeevan Mission, State Water Sanitation Mission, District Water Sanitation Missions. Okay, it was launched at all the level. It means that the last connectivity, up to the last mile connectivity, each person need to be attached to this. Got it? another one, actually what, as I already told, it's a centrally sponsored scheme, and on that I told that contribution of both the state government as well as central government is there. And one thing, when I will tell about the central sponsor scheme, another thing is very important. Northeast region and the Himalayan states, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh. Okay, these are the certain states. Their geographical terrain you know very well, right? And they need special package. So their contribution, the central contributions towards the Himalayan and Northeast state is more. And in fact, in all the union territories, in the case of union territories, it is entirely funded by the central government. And regards to the Jal Jeevan missions, regards to water, it is in union territories, it is fully funded by central government. Fully funded by central government. Regards to the other except Northeast state, it is 50 and 50%. It means the central government and state government both bears half, right? In regards to Northeast states and Himalaya states, Northeast and Himalayas, central government they contribute 90%, right? While the respective state government they contribute 10%. Regards to Jal Jeevan missions, we understood now. Got it? And in this missions also, as we know that the groundwater are depleting, the groundwater is depleting now, and the rainwater harvesting and many other things are also prioritized. Rainwater harvesting, groundwater recharge, okay, are also prioritized or given emphasis, right? Question I already asked, which state have declared this one? Okay, so we have understood, and with relate to our state, it has covered 51.92%. More than 50% of our state's village area have covered with the piped water supply, right? Got it? बुझिगला तो relate to waters, okay? And next one, that is very important. What is that? Food. What is that? Food. By the way, one thing I wanted to tell you guys, that what we understood in the here, we understood that water is a very basic element, and here both the central government and state government, their contribution is there to provide piped water supply for better sanitation, for better health to all the rural household. Okay. And the earlier schemes were there in the year 1972, further that was revised in the year 2009, further in the year 2009 that were submerged under the Jal Jeevan missions at the national level and the state level. Another one is state water missions and district level. And in fact, we have achieved also milestones that around more than 10 crore of people's household in our country have already achieved the piped water supply. That is around more than 53%, right? In fact, the aim is there that by 2024, all the rural household or all the villages will avail or will get which one? The piped water supply, right? So we understood. So in the regards of that poverty reductions, which one? Everyone is aimed to get which one? Water. Another one, food. Another one, what? Food. So direct poverty intervention, so we will directly provide them food. And here it involves the who are required more, though who cannot work. So old age people they require more. The poorest of the poor, they require more, right? Further, the first, what the like? Okay, poorest of the poor, then pregnant women, they need special care. Pregnant women, children, Okay, vulnerable sections. Okay, poorest of the poor. So they require special attention. And historically, our government have provided food to all the peoples from initially onwards. At present, a historical, in fact, our movement, at present, we are becoming one of the largest economy in the entire world now, and that also reflected in policies and programs. Earlier, okay, it was a welfare based. At present, it's a right based approach is there. So we have moved our journey from a welfare to right based approach. Welfare to right based approach. What is that right? National Food Security Act 2013. Although earlier schemes were there, but in the year 2013 National Food Security Act came now. So here the government they are bound to provide them food to all. And when a person will be bound, voluntarily bound, when a person's have, so we have that, and we can provide each and every individual a minimum food, right? So we will discuss that National Food Security Act 2013 in detail. In fact, it is also it will reflect in various policies and programs, and under the National Food Security Act, various things have been mentioned. Okay, National Food Security Act, various things have been mentioned. Okay, we will learn what it is, when it was launched. It's an act now. Legally provisions are there now. And what are the various policies are there? What are the various schemes are there? Like targeted public distribution scheme, targeted public distribution system under the Antyodaya Anna Yojana, midday meal. Okay, in fact, pregnant women and many women were provided special things. Okay, so it reflected. So it means that these are the certain schemes are there. All right. And this is what the legally entitles you will discuss. Which ministry deal by it at the central level and at the state level. Department of Food and Public Distributions of the central government deals with that. The questions may become Department of Food and Public Distributions. Which one? Department of Food and Public Distributions. Got it, guys? Note it. Department of Food and Public Distributions. Under the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distributions. Okay. Clear? So which ministry deals with this? Department of Food and Public Distributions under the Ministry. Department of Food and Public Distributions under the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distributions. Ministry of Consumer Affairs. Okay, and which department? Under this department, Department of Food and Public Distributions. Department of Food and Public Distributions. बुझी पालो तो जिनिसटा like university Raidra University gala arts department arts of geography da जाउ छै कि like that under the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Department of Food and Public Distributions, that deals with all this. बुझी गला this one. Okay, and what it is, as I already told that it's an act and right to food is there. Actually, in our constitutions, the right to food is not mentioned, but it can be interpreted as under the Article 21A, part of the Article 21, that is right to life. Now, under the right to life, this may be included. Got it? बुझुछा? So far हमें काना जानना है कि समस्ते minimum foods पाइबार कथा से regards रे आमर जर्नी काना welfare रू right based पे गैस छे. अगर स्कीम थिला but एबे गवर्नमेंट देवार लगी बाध्य से हिसाब रे राइट से ऑलरेडी फिक्स करि सारिचे नेशनल फूड सिक्योरिटी एक्ट 2013 and under that act 75% that act it tells that 75% of rural area and 50% of urban areas populations is covered under that. How much? 75% of rural area and 50. Okay, got it now? 75% of rural area population and 50% of urban area populations, they will be provided the food grains at highly subsidized price. South market 20 to 30 na. Here they will be provided at very low price, rupees 3, rupees 2 and rupees 1. 3 rupees at wheat, rupees 2 at rice, rupees 3 at rice, this is wheat, and this one is the coarse grain. It means that under this act it tells that it will cover the 75% of rural area population, 50% of urban area population. It means that more than 67% of our country populations. And under that what they will be entitled, they will get food grains at a very subsidized price, rupees 3. Under the with rupees 3 they will be provided rice 1 kg, rupees 2 they will provided wheat, and rupees 1 they will provided coarse grain. This act it states clear now. And here the okay, we understood. Next one, it means that about 2/3 populations of our country, they are covered under this act. About what? 2/3. Okay, and a unique provisions are also there related to this. A unique provisions are also there. So 2/3 population of our country is covered under this act, and they are providing a food grains at a very highly subsidized price. And in fact, a very important provisions are there also related to women empowerment. The card, under this a card would be provided, and under that card, the eldest woman of that household, which one? Eldest woman of the household will be treated as the head of the household. Which one? Eldest woman of the household will be treated as the head of the respective household. Got it? Which one? Eldest woman of the household will be called as the head of the respective household under this act. Patriarchal society it were, but at present both are equal. But still a long way to go, but in that directions this is one of them. That the eldest woman member of the household will be called as the head of the household. Got it? Next one. And in this way the act it is being implemented, and this act it is implemented. It has been implemented in all the states. In all states as well as union territories, which covered, as I told, 2/3, that is around more than 81 crore of peoples are covered under this act at present. And it has been implemented in what? In all the states and union territories. Which means that how many states? 28 states, na? You get that? 28 states, na? Okay. So it has been implemented in all the states as well as in union territories. In all the states and union territory. Got it? Next one. So under the National Food Security Act, who will be called as the head of the household? It is the eldest woman member of the household. Who will be called as the eldest woman member of the household? And as I already told, it's an act. And which schemes are there? The first one I told, targeted public distribution system. It was launched in the year 2000. In which year it was launched? In the year 2000. Okay. And India's targeted public distribution system, it is a very critical policy tool. Under which act? Under National Food Security Act 2013. In order to safeguard the food security of the nation, and mainly the vulnerable populations are involved in it. Okay, and it provides 67% of the country's people, rural, in whole total, both urban and rural, it provides 67% of the country's people are provided food grains at a very subsidized price, at where, in which place they will get? Fair price shop. जेन जगह रे से माने 3 टंका रे बा 2 टंका रे बा टंका के जिंदा ओडिसा रे टंका रे मिलछ ना, जेन जगह रे से माने जिनिसटा पाइसन ताहि काना कहैसी फेयर प्राइस शॉप. हियर वन थिंग नीड टू बी नोटेड, ई जेन 3 टंका में कहली 3 रिलेट टू राइस कहला, रुपीस 2 रिलेट टू व्हीट कहला, रुपीस 1 रिलेट टू कोर्स ग्रेन कहला. Is an also subsidized price market it available it. तार माने remaining amount is beared by government, respective central and state government. As I told, it's a centrally sponsored scheme, right? And here, so where it is available? At the fair price shop only. All right, that need to be understood. And here the National Food Security Act, it tells that the price may be finalized by the government, but that would never exceed the market price. That would never exceed which one? Market price. Okay, market रे जेते टंका रे मिलुचे ताठानु कम दाम रे fair price shop रे सब दिने मिलबा. Clear? We understood? Okay, that one must. And in fact, हम काना पढ़ना एक्ट पढ़ला नेशनल फूड सिक्योरिटी एक्ट रो काना ना गुटे कंपोनेंट देखु जे सेटा के स्कीम रे रिफ्लेक्ट होचे. फर्स्ट वन टारगेटेड पब्लिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन स्कीम जानला, तार पर अनदर वन, इन फैक्ट इट्स ए लाइफ साइकिल अप्रोच. इट्स ए लाइफ साइकिल अप्रोच. व्हिच वन? नेशनल फूड सिक्योरिटी एक्ट. इट इज आल्सो कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? इट्स ए लाइफ साइकिल अप्रोच. ओके, life cycle approach. Under that, it pays particular attention to what I told: pregnant women or lactating mother, then childrens, then vulnerable peoples, and many more. Right? So that is the reason it is called as a life cycle approach. Okay. And special provisions for pregnant women, lactating mothers, children between 6 months and 14 years are given. Like special provisions have or special emphasis given to all these sections. Right? बुझी गला कि नहीं? And relate to Odisha. 82.17% of the rural populations and 82.17% of the rural populations and 55.77% of the urban populations were covered under this act. At the entire India level, I told 75%, and state, and in the case of urban it was 50, but at the state of relate to our state it is covered this much, right? And in this way, okay, or in this way, in our state, more than 3 crore of people they are getting the food grain at a very or highly subsidized price. Okay, and targeted population. In fact, the poorest of the poor under the Antyodaya Anna Yojana. Which one? Antyodaya Anna Yojana. The poorest of the poor households, they were provided 35 kg of food grains. 35 kg of food grains. Okay. बारह बड़े वर्षा होते. 35 kg of food grains, right? And the priority household, who are priority household, they get 5 kg of food grains, 5 kg of which one? Food grains at the subsidy. 5 kg of per person, okay, per head. तार माने गुटे घरे यदि 3 जन मेंबर थिबे ताले से 15 kg पाएबे आ अंत्योदय अन्न योजना रे जणे मेंबर थिले भी 35 kg फूड ग्रेन्स पाएबे. Clear? It means they are very poor, and here priority households, okay, they are extreme poor, poorest of the poor households. Clear? This one we understood. By the way, actually National Food Security Act, when it was effective in the year 5th July 2013. 5th July 2013. Okay, and it is a central or central scheme. It is a centrally sponsored scheme, right? So we understood. Got it now? What is the contributions of central and state here? Same, little bit same. 60-40 by central and state. But in the case of Northeast state, it is 90% borne by central government and 10% borne by state government. And in case of Union territories, entirely 100% is borne by the central government. Bojigale na? Is there still any doubt over here? Northeast state that includes that Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya and all the things. Na? Okay. So is there still any doubt over here? If anybody who are not getting that food grains, they may also complain to the district level officers, right? And at the district level, who is the head over to listen the grievance? That is PDDRT, Project Director, okay, DRTA. Project Director, DRTA. The name have changed recently, but PDDRTA, okay, who will listen. If anybody, यदि कहीं नहीं पावा, कहीं ने भी धरिनिया टंकाटे करे चावल, mainly the poor peoples, they may contact me too. I can also communicate, or they can contact directly to the PDDRTA of their respective block. Okay, so बुझीगला हमें, हाँ कि नहीं? So far हमें काना बुझला कि poverty related हमें eradication program देखो जा, आज से related दुईटा major scheme देखना काना food और water. Okay, food तो बुझीगला. Then the National Food Security Act, this is an act, and how it is a centrally sponsored scheme. For National Food Security Act, then policy, then scheme माना होचे targeted public distribution system, Antyodaya Anna Yojana. In fact, pregnant women were also provided assistance that rupees 6,000. Rupees 6,000 were provided because during pregnancies they cannot carry out the work, na. So it's a compensate of wage loss. It's a compensate of wage loss. It's a compensate of wage loss. Got it? Next. So then when we understood clear National Food Security Act, okay, 6,000. So I'm buchhiwala. What we understood, the related food, we understood National Food Security Act. That's an act. But schemes are which one? Targeted public distribution system is one of the schemes. Antyodaya Anna Yojana, another schemes where poorest of the poor households were provided. Then pregnant women were provided financial assistance of rupees 6,000 in order to compensate the of wage loss. Okay. In fact, Anganwadi Kendras were there. Well, the children were provided nutritional foods because better children will be the better future. So this is the thing. And another one is the food. Water we have discussed, that is the Jal Jeevan missions in detail. In the next class, we will discuss some other components of our needs like electricity. Where number of schemes were there. Earlier DDU, GKY were there. At present, Saubhagya were there. Further, in electricity we understood what we require for basic food, water, electricity, and we have already discussed which one, that home. And in the later classes we will discuss some other schemes, right? in details. Okay. Thank you for listening and understand. If you understood and if you feel any doubt, if you wanted to give more suggestions for better improvement, please suggest at the comment box. And have a great time, dear students. खुशी रहो, मस्त रहो, गुटे लाइफ मिली छे ना, just enjoy positively and have a great life ahead. Love you all.